Hey everyone, I am Krisha Young.
And I'm Shauna Arthurs. Welcome back.
Welcome. So today we wanted to talk to you about cultivating the art of receiving.
Mhm.
Receiving is one of the most delicious things that are is so naturally available to women.
Yes.
It is incredibly natural for us to receive, yet a lot of women are walking around closed off to being able to receive even the simplest of support or anything like that. And it is something that we dive into deeply when we work with our women clients in our Feminine Rising program and our New Game programs. Any program at all that we work
Even in
with
relation,
women,
yeah,
even in the
absolutely.
relationship one.
Hmm.
And it's also, we help men with this too, because it's
Yeah.
not just a woman problem.
Yes. Yeah.
However, today we want to speak specifically to women. And in the span of 10 minutes in the condo that I'm living in, where I went down to get a package that was delivered to me, and I went down to concierge to pick it up. I was walking back up towards my apartment, towards the condo, and I observed a man. We were coming at each other this way in the hallway, and we were coming to a doorway, and one of us needed to move in order to let the other one pass. He saw me coming. Young man, must have been like early 20s. A young man moved out of the way as
Wonderful
he
to
saw
see.
me coming
Yeah.
and allowed me to pass through the door without him barging through. And I was like, thank you so
What a
much. I looked at him.
gentleman.
Oh my gosh. I looked at him right in the eye and I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. That's
Oh, of
wonderful. Right.
course.
This happens all the
Of
time.
course.
Men are so
Yes.
generous in this way, ladies. We just don't always see it, right? And then,
Yeah.
anyway, get into the elevator, and this woman gets on, and she has like 40 bags, and her hands are all full. And I'm like, oh my God, let me get the button for you. And she was like, no, I'm fine. And she went
Right.
and struggled to push her button. And I was like, okay. So, right there in the span of literally 30 seconds, I saw the very dichotomy of what is imbalanced in the world today,
Yes.
where we have women who are so closed off to being able to receive even the help from another woman
Mhm.
to push an elevator button when burdened with stuff, right? This is the inability for women to receive. And the other observation, which I notice all the time, we notice all the time, is how, um, gentlemanly men actually are when you are paying attention and you notice. I get doors opened all the time. Men move all the time. Like they're always wanting to um, give in that kind of way. Strangers all the time, because this is in an inherent nature of theirs. Not all men, but a lot do. And when you
Really.
are, yeah,
Yeah.
we
They
are.
love to make us happy. You
Mhm.
guys, I mean, there are some natural feminine and masculine instincts. And when we're in our receiving, we call it sort of goddess energy, which we're in all the time. But men love to respond to that. They love to be gentlemen. And we
Mhm.
hear from clients and we hear from people that, oh, men aren't gentlemen anymore. That is not true.
Not true.
When you are in your goddess energy and
Mhm.
you're being feminine, not that, I mean, I open doors for people too,
Yes.
but we are talking about receiving,
Mhm.
particularly as a feminine woman today. And
Mhm.
we see this all the time with clients. It's just this clenched energy
Yeah.
of, no, I've got this. I can do it all by myself. And I understand. We understand because we've had to do it all by ourselves
Mhm.
in so many ways.
Yeah.
But one
Yeah.
thing that Christian and I were talking about, she came back and we were working, and she just had this experience in the elevator with this demonstration of gentlemanliness,
Mhm.
and
It's
then this
chivalry.
chivalry for sure.
Love
And then
chivalry.
I love it. We
Yes,
love
we
it, you
love
guys. For the
chivalry.
gentlemen watching, we
Love
love
it.
it. It
And
honors us.
see it
It
and
honors
appreciate it.
us.
Yeah.
Yes. And so she came back and we were talking about it, and we said, we have to tell you guys about this, because one thing that came up for me
Mhm.
that is so true, and we see it all the time, is You know, people love to give. As women, we are givers, right?
Yeah.
And so when you say no to somebody who's trying to give you a little something or a big something, you're denying them of the ability to give you something. Yeah, and you're sending things away and you're telling the universe, I
I
don't
don't need
want
it.
it, I don't want
I
it, I
don't
don't
want
want it,
that.
I don't want it.
Mm,
So think about when someone gives you a compliment.
mm,
Okay. And this is something that comes up for clients a lot too,
mm,
because we work on confidence, we work on, again, this goddess energy, and you're going to get complimented.
mhm.
So how this is just a little example of how you can observe yourself in your receiving. When someone gives you a compliment, do you say, "Oh, no, what? No, what?
This
No,
whole
this,
thing?
yeah, no, no,
Oh,
you don't
no. Oh,
mean
my hair's awful. What
no."
are you talking
Or
about?
do
No.
you
Oh,
say,
God.
"Thank
Thank you.
you," just with this grace, a gracious thank you? Everybody loves to hear thank you, and people love to hear that when they're trying to give. So start
Yeah.
practicing, if you aren't already,
Mhm.
your ability to receive. You can open that up so much, and not only will you feel amazing, and you'll be giving these gorgeous, gracious thank yous to people all day, because opportunities are everywhere to practice this, but you'll also start actually receiving more.
More and more and
More and
more.
more. You really will.
Yes.
It's the reticular activation that starts it, right? You're
Mhm.
noticing opportunities to practice your own receiving.
Mm.
And as your energy opens up in this way, you literally will start attracting more things into your life that just start flowing in, because you're opening up your receiving energy.
Mhm. Yes, it's very, very true. So the very simple, we have three ways for you to start opening up to receiving if this is something that is a bit challenging for you. And as Shauna mentioned, compliments is the first one. I
Mhm.
know for sure you're probably getting at least one a day, at
Or
least one a day.
if you run
And
into us, you will, because we're always
yeah,
complimenting
right.
people.
How beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So tomorrow or later today or whatever, the next time somebody pays you a compliment, notice how that feels in your body. And if it is uncomfortable and you're just like, oh, this whole thing,
Mm.
oh, no, 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 you have work to do
Yes.
around receiving, right? And this is like receiving 101 is the
Mhm.
compliments, okay?
Yeah.
So if that's where you are at, then like Shauna said, allow that compliment in, as uncomfortable as that is, because
And
it's
allow
going
the
to be
discomfort.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right? Like anything new that you do is going to be uncomfortable.
Mhm.
And so just allowing that compliment in, what I do is just as like, I might just close my eyes for a second, or I might, if somebody's giving me
Yeah.
praise, I will sit and listen to that praise and take it in. Whereas before, I used to like create noise in my head or
Mhm.
distractions or something like that, so I couldn't hear whatever was trying to be given to me in that moment, right?
Right. Reject, abort, what?
Reject,
Yep.
no, no, oh,
Yeah.
can't have, which just
Mhm.
feeds the beast of those deep core wounds that we
Yes.
walk around with, that we're not enough, the not worthiness, all of that kind of fun stuff, right? Which we help like our
Absolutely.
clients dissolve
Yeah.
in our
No
programs.
more of that.
The second one would be receiving help when offered, like that woman in the elevator. It for me, I was like, okay, well, I want to help you. And Shauna touched on this a few minutes ago. And I was like, woman, I can see you struggling. You have 500 bags. Why won't you
Right.
just let me?
I think there's something for women where we feel we're being a burden.
Uh-huh.
And in other videos we'll get into, I mean, this is
Yep.
in the bedroom sometimes too, and just
Yep.
all over. We don't want to be a burden. So yeah, that's a whole different conversation. But let people help you. This is also receiving, and people want to.
Mhm.
Again, as a natural giver, that your instinct is to help, right? You as a woman, usually your instinct is to help. So let people help you.
Yeah.
Receive. This is a give and take.
Yeah.
When you're open with your energy, and it opens up in so many ways. You'll be amazed at the things that open up to you. But yes, absolutely. So the second one is allow help when it is offered to you.
Yeah.
Receive it. Say yes. Thank you. And give
Thank
the
you
other
so
person
much.
the pleasure of helping you.
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
mm-hmm. No matter how big, no matter how small.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
Even from, somebody pushing a button in an elevator to somebody offering to watch your kids, you
But
know.
even your kids actually is a really point, because kids often want to help.
That's
and
true.
As moms,
yes,
we'll say, no, because we can do it better and faster. But
yeah.
let people help you. We're raising little gentlemen and ladies here too,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is something you're modeling for your children as well.
Mm-hmm.
They love to help.
They do. Yes.
Yeah. So
love
that
that one.
came up for me when you were saying that.
Right.
Yeah.
So the third one, and this may be the most challenging one actually, is, can you receive a gift from you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So again, as women, and especially mothers, there is a lot of the energy of guilt and shame. Like, they're actually very, very low vibration energies, okay, on the vibrational consciousness scale.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very low. And so if you are feeling a sense of guilt or shame or anything around any of this, you are really hanging on to something that is dragging you down. So if you want to feel better, you want to feel happier, you want to feel more joyful, you want to have that high vibration, then guilt and shame is one of the first things that you need to really work on at a deep level, to move through, so that you can access these bigger levels of joy and happiness and gratitude and all that. And the guilt associated with taking time for yourself, like a spa day, or uh, buying yourself something that you really, really want, or whatever it is, right? Like taking a morning off and just doing nothing but sleeping if you want, right? Whatever it is, offloading stuff, saying no, putting boundaries up, really strong boundaries up.
Yes.
All of these things, help you to be able to receive love for yourself, from yourself. And the more you do that, we spoke about this in our the heart opening video that you can find as well. The more you dive into this, the more you are strengthening your own self-love. That strengthens your own self-confidence and your self-worth and all of that, right? And it makes you a very strong, powerful, feminine woman who can handle anything that life throws at her. Yes. and do it with like a smile, like a real one, not one of those, okay, everything's fine. Yeah. Not that kind of smile. Yeah.
No, it's really true. When you're speaking about guilt, I mean, I've been there. I am not there anymore. And this is why we are so passionate about what we teach to our clients and what we help them deep dive into, because we use the word game changer a lot, and really this self-love and this receiving is so important. It's such an important part of your evolution as a woman, and owning your feminine energy and being sovereign. And I mean, I can remember just guilt around, like, from as being a mom, as you said, taking time to myself, even trying to think of what I want versus what's best for the family. It's a big deal in a lot of women's lives. And I can, even when it comes to work, as you said, taking the morning off, I mean, I can remember even an hour off, I'd be thinking, oh, I should be working, but I should be working. No. When you start honoring yourself and receiving guilt-free, you guys, it is truly a game changer. You are going to feel so amazing. You're nurturing, cultivating this sense of self-love and your ability to receive. And truly, just as Krisha said, tomorrow, go out onto the streets in your daily life, and look for these opportunities, because they're there all the time. Doors are going to be opened for you. People are going to be complimenting you. Opportunities are everywhere to amp up your level of receiving. You're going to love it. You're going to love this. You're going to thank us. Please do. Yes. We're so happy for you and excited for you to see the value and the joy of opening up your receiving.
Yes. So go forth, goddess.
Go forth, goddess. Yes, exactly. So
open yourself up, and remember that it will feel uncomfortable. And if you're already doing some of these things, how can you take it to the next level for yourself, right? How can you take it even deeper? Reach out to us if you want tips on how to make it even more deeper. If you're already doing this and you're like, okay, yeah, I got this, but how can I open up even more? Oh,
so much
we've
more.
got
Infinite.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
so many ways.
Much.
and
Yeah.
and recognize that that feeling of discomfort, it's new level, new devil. Every single time
Yeah.
you're opening yourself up to receive even more and more and more, there is a discomfort that comes with that, and it is completely natural. And this is part of why that video I mentioned before, keeping your heart wide open,
Mm-hmm.
is connected to this, because receiving is about, you know, your heart too. And
Mm-hmm.
so the more that you open up to receive compliments, to receive you know, support or help, and to give yourself that gift in any potential backlash of you taking time for yourself, and any of that kind of stuff, know that there is going to be some discomfort. There probably
Mm-hmm.
is going to be a little pushback. There is going to be things that are going to come up because your belief system says so, first of all. Second of all, people are not used to you
Right.
behaving in that way. So
That's
they're going to be
right.
like, what's she doing?
And it's worth
Expect
it.
it. It's totally normal. It's totally natural.
Yeah.
Expect it, and go through that discomfort of it. Sit in that and just be like, I am open to receive. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. It's safe for me to receive. It's safe for me to receive. I
Mm-hmm.
love receiving. I love receiving. I love
Yes.
receiving. Just open yourself up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Physically as much as possible. I
Yeah,
usually sit and just
exactly.
go, I'm
We
so
noticed that
open.
actually, Krisha and I, when we're out to dinner, for instance, and somebody comes along and just is wanting to give us something, even if it's a waiter sometimes. And we both just have this really beautiful receiving thank you energy that feels so good. And it feels good to the person receiving the thank you as well. So this is just our invitation for you today. And as Krisha said, get in touch if we can help you more deeply on this, because it is what we do.
It is.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next
All
video.
right.
Thank
Thanks,
you for
guys.
watching.
Bye.
Bye.